In this video, you will learn how to avoid using bad words in your writing. As you're watching the video, write down at least 5 bad words that you learned from this video. Now, when I say bad words, you might already have some idea of bad words that you probably shouldn't use. But these are different kinds of bad words, and I don't want you to use the other kinds, but here's some examples that you might not have known that are actually bad. Here's the first one. Good, great, bad, awesome, cool. These are bad words. You never want to use them in your writing. Well, why not? Well, these aren't very specific. If something's good to me, it may not be necessarily good to you. So we want to be more specific in the word choices that we use. Here's an example of a sentence with a bad word. The room did not smell good. Remember, good is one of our bad words. Well, I have no idea what the room really smelled like. I know it didn't smell good, but let's be more specific. Here's a way that you could fix it. The science lab reeked of a pungent and rotten odor. So with this sentence, I can picture the smell of the specific odor, and the use of pungent and rotten makes it seem a lot worse. So does the word reeked. And I also was a lot more specific saying it was a science lab. But again, I'm still saying it didn't smell good, but I'm using more specific language to do that. Here are some more bad words to add to the list. Stuff, things, something. These are words that aren't very specific. If you say there's lots of stuff we can do, or there were lots of bad things about this book, we want to be more specific with that. Here's an example. There were lots of good things about the book. Now, when I use the word things, I don't really know what specifically the writer's talking about. So here's a way to change that. The book had a complex plot with unique and lovable characters. So the things that I liked about the book was a complex plot and lovable characters. If I make it more specific, my reader is going to understand my thoughts a lot better and know what I'm talking about. Here are a few more bad words. Small, nice, some, a lot or lots, fun, and big. These words are bad words because they're not very specific. There's so many better words that you can use to describe something. Here's an example. Fix this sentence by making it more specific without any bad words. Write it on your editing checklist sheet in the correct box. Here's the sentence. The girl looked nice. Think of a way that you could be more specific so that we could actually picture this. What made her look nice? Be specific and write your sentence in the box on your editing checklist. Here's the worst bad word that is overused all the time. Well. You never need to use this word at the beginning of a sentence. You just don't need it. Here's an example. Well, let me tell you what I liked about the book. When you use this in your writing, it makes you seem like you're just chatting with someone, and writing is a lot more formal. So we don't need to use well in our persuasive writing. It's just a word that doesn't need to be there. So next time you're writing, avoid using bad words. Check over what you've written so far and see if you've used any bad words as well. Be more specific. Use a thesaurus. There's lots of more specific and interesting words that you can include.